Hey guys, welcome to Outlaw Edge. So a while back I got this Dunlap, it's a Machinist Vise. And I have it open up all the way right now. And it's like my other vise that I have here. But this one I use on my drill press and the milling machine and whatever. And I just got this one in because I broke my other one the other day. So I ordered this one off of eBay for 18 bucks delivered. I was digging through my junk when we bought the stuff from the estate sale, and I got this one, and I was looking at it, and everything, like the jaws and everything, are like brand new. I mean, this thing's in really, really good condition. All the threads are in real good condition. Little rusty, just surface rust, nothing big. It opens and closes just fine. And everything, you know, down below is still intact. It's not cracked or broken. Excuse me. One of the things that I did notice though is this here was missing. And I had this rod, so I figured, you know, I'll just either weld these on the end of it or weld like a 1/4 inch or 5/16 nut on the end of it and then round it off, you know, just so it looks factory, works factory, whatever. Obviously it won't be completely stock, but hey, it'll work. But it's something that I want to use. I'm getting ready to build a layout table for welding, and I want to have where the holes are going to be in the welding table. I want to have something that I can bolt to my table where I can, you know, tighten this down and use it. Record, damn it. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take and clean these threads on the wire wheel. I'll get those all cleaned up. And wear safety glasses. Don't be a dumbass. These wires will stick right in your eyeballs. Well, I wasn't even thinking about it when I was using the wire brush on this, the wire brush on the grinder, and I took the paint off here and here, but no big deal. I mean, I'm going for function, not really beauty. And, you know, there's some overspray and some patina on this. The patina and everything is what really drew me to it in the first place. So I really like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some WD-40 on here and get this to work a little bit better. It's nice and smooth now that there's no rust on here. And I know there's gonna be some rust inside these threads in here, but this is aluminum, so it's just gonna be the rust that was stuck on the threads, but it's working really nice. I'll get some WD-40 on the threads, and then I'm gonna use Simple Green and blast Simple Green on this and wipe it down. And then the other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use Prep-All, and this is wax and grease remover. And I'll spray it down with Prep-All, and you know, this is stuff that you can get like at a body shop supply company. And what it does is it cleans it off and it doesn't leave any film or gunk on there. And then there's some a little bit of surface rust right in here. I'll clean that up with like a small wire brush or something. So I'm going to be welding this on after I clean this with a wire brush and whatever, get all the surface rust off here. But I'm going to give you guys a little tech tip. Something you will never ever see on my welding table unless I'm doing something like this right here. And then when I get ready to weld, it goes off the table. But the other thing is you always got to pay attention to your surroundings. Like right now, you know, I have the welding table right here. I'm going to be welding here. But if you look right here, what'll happen, and a lot of people don't ever think about this, you know, you use brake clean to clean off your parts or whatever you're doing to weld them, to clean them up, or you use acetone or whatever. But these aerosol cans right here, or Prep-All, flammable, extremely flammable. This is like a grenade. And what'll happen is people will start to weld and they'll have napkins or something which will catch on fire. Well, I won't, you know, I'll pull all these paper towels off the table. But what happens is when you go to weld, those little cherries that come off, and like if you weld, you can feel those little cherries, you know, all over your welding table. There's one right there. But what will happen is one of those will shoot over and it'll melt through that can, and it will blow this can up in your face like a bomb. You gotta be real careful of that. So pay attention, don't be a dumbass. The other thing is like right here, I have paper covering this so it doesn't evaporate, and that's evapor rust in there, cleaning a whole bunch of tools, some files and stuff. Well, this paper's flammable, and the evapor rust, I don't know if the evapor rust is flammable. It might be. I haven't, I've never tried it. I've never looked at the directions to see if it is flammable. But I'm gonna move that before I weld. Obviously, this will get moved. All these chemicals will get taken off the welding table, the paper towels, and this is the number one most important that I see that just frustrates the piss out of me, is when I'm in shops, I see guys welding next to batteries all the time. And right here, I have a battery, and then you got a garbage can sitting right next to you. You throw sparks in that, it's gonna catch on fire, burn your shop down, or hurt yourself. But that battery, one spark lands on that, when you're charging it, and what'll happen is those fumes will blow up in your face. That thing will go off. It's like a shotgun blast. That thing can kill you. So you gotta be real careful. So I'm gonna move everything and get it all cleaned up and prepped and whatever before I start welding. Don't be a dumbass. Pay attention. Excuse me. So now that we got that out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and soak this down, get these parts out of the way, and I'll soak this stuff down and clean it up. And what I have here is an old dirty, crusty wire brush, and I'll use that wire brush to kind of clean this stuff off. And I'm just spraying it real lightly with, well, not lightly, but kind of soaking it down. I just don't want to mess everywhere else. Oh, I love the smell of Simple Green. I don't know why that's so weird, isn't it? And this is a degreaser, and then I'll go through here and clean all this stuff with this wire brush real quick. And this really isn't a restoration video. It's just kind of a cleanup video. And I figured I'd film this so I can show you guys what I'm doing. I've been really wanting to use this little Machinist Vise in the worst kind of way, and I want to check it out. So I figured, hey, well, I got time. We just got back from vacation or whatever. I'll get this thing cleaned up and get it ready for use. That surface rust came right off with this degreaser too, so it must have just been real light rust. That's about all I'm going to do on that thing. Cleaned up pretty good, and then underneath here, I'm not going to take this apart, but I'm going to kind of clean it here really good so that there's no debris and crap in there, so that the slider will go back and forth real easy. I'm actually going to clean this off a little bit with some brake clean. And I try to use gloves most of the time when I'm doing brake clean because my hands are like super allergic to it. I don't know if it's the acetone or whatever inside the brake clean, but it just tears my hands up. And then now I'm going to use the wax and grease remover. That brake clean kind of took off some of that paint, which is, I kind of thought it would. But I love the patina on this old thing. On these old tools, it's fun to use these old tools and restore them and use them again and put them back to work. I'm not sure how old this thing is, but it's a Dunlop brand, which is really cool. So I'm gonna get this mess cleaned up and get ready for welding. So I decided on the handle, I'm gonna go ahead and just use the 5/16 nuts on these. This is a little bit smaller than a 1/4 inch, so it fits inside that 5/16 nut. I think that'd be the best way to do it. Just weld these up. Those other pieces that I had, I didn't really care the way they looked because of the threads. Oops. I just dropped one of them somewhere. I was gonna use these plugs, pipe plugs, but decided to just go ahead and go with a 1/4 inch nut or 5/16 nut instead. So I'll get them welded up. Probably should have TIG welded these, but they're gonna get ground down anyway, so I think I'll just leave them. I have a hole in my table right here that's it's a tapered hole, so when you're welding small stuff, it doesn't just slide through. God, it doesn't just slide through the table. So you can stick this in the hole, and because it's tapered, it will stay right here where you can weld it up. You guys can see that. Shake the camera. Holy crap. Now I'll put it through here, weld that other one on, but I think before I do that, I'm gonna stick this on the grinder and clean it up a little bit. So I want to round these nuts off, these 5/16 nuts, so that they're kind of half-ass rounded off. And the best way I could come up with here, because I don't have my lathe at this shop, it's out at the other shop. I'll put them on here and then grind them down. All right, well, I'm gonna call that done. I love the patina and everything, the way it looks, how it cleaned up. The handles turn out cool. I like how those turn out. And then spins super easy. That was a fun project. Now I'll have a little mini machinist vise that I could bolt on the milling machine, the welding table, or the drill press behind me. It's got a bolt hole here and here, you know. I like how it turned out. The threads turn out nice and clean too. That was a fun project though. Thanks for watching. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you watching the video, and I hope that you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And please go check out our other channel, which is NZ Mopar. And I want to do a huge shout out to Matt Stewart in Arizona. I mean, how cool are these? It was super nice that he went and, you know, spent a bunch of time and made these for me. I mean, I've needed these for a long time, and I've had these cheap magnetic ones that I've tried to use, and I just end up throwing them in the garbage. But that's badass. And they pop right on my vise. And Matt made these by hand, which is really cool. I really appreciate it, brother. Thank you. That was a super nice gift, man. I've needed these for a long time, so it's nice to have those in the shop now. Some quality ones that somebody made. They made them out of really thick aluminum, and I think it's perfect, you know, because you can crunch down on these suckers and not, you know, smash up whatever you're working on or whatever. But I want to thank back into service. It was nice. He sent me a Christmas card and sent me a sticker. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas. And then the other thing I wanted to show you guys is I got this set the other day, and then today in the mail, this set showed up. And this is Infinity brand, and they look like they're quality tools. I mean, they're built nice, you know. And these are some badass vice grips style, you know, welding clamps with all different shapes and sizes and whatever. Cool gifts. But anyways, thanks so much, you guys. Appreciate all the support on the channel. Take care. Later.